Welcome back. Last week we told you about an El Paso mother who shared her emotional story about her son dying from fentanyl. She spoke at the DEA Family Summit in Washington, D.C. And here we have Carlos Briano from the El Paso Division of the DEA. Now, Carlos, you said it was a very emotional trip for you.
It was. We've been talking about what fentanyl can do to families for years, but actually seeing the families who, were the victims of these poisonings, these overdoses, it was really moving. And they've transformed that pain into programs, into positivity, and it was very interesting to see what all those families have done with that pain.
Now, these families that went, like I said, we had an El Paso mother go. She was joined by other families as well.
Right. They were we have 23 divisions in DEA, and they came from all 23 divisions. We had a couple from Albuquerque also who lost a son, and they started a treatment center for teenagers. But they got the opportunity to share who their loved one was and then what they're doing now to help bring out awareness and different campaigns that they're doing. So we wanted to partner with them and find out what they're doing to see how we can help.
And, it's just very sad to hear about most of these kids, they're kids that, passed away.
Yeah, according to the CDC, these synthetic opioids like fentanyl, that's the #1 killer of people ages 15 to 45. It's very young people that are dying. At the DEA headquarters, we have an exhibit called Faces of Fentanyl that people submitted, their loved ones who were lost to this, and most of them were young, in their teens or in their 20s. So it's very important that we talk to our loved ones about it.
And, on that note, why was it so important to have this summit?
Well, the DEA for decades has been raising the alarm about the dangers, but when our partners, when the families do it, it just resonates a very different way. And so, like I said, the men and women of the DEA wanted to know how we could partner with them, what resources DEA could offer them to make their work much more effective. For me personally, I was able to network a lot and identify some of these organizations that whenever we encounter victims, we can share those contacts and they can be a resource for those families.
Now, what other stories were shared at the summit?
Well, like I said, I'm going to give you two. I want your viewers to, on YouTube, go and type in DEA Wyatt story, and it shows a story from a family in Kentucky that just really moved me. And then a second one is go on YouTube and look for Dead on Arrival, and there's like 5 testimonials. I met 3 of the 5 families in that video, but it just resonates. Watching the parent show their pain, it just really changes the conversation. So go to those 2 videos on YouTube, DEA Wyatt story and Dead on Arrival, and they're about 7 minutes and 20 minutes respectively, but you'll be able to see the testimonies that were shared at the summit.
All right, Carlos, well, thank you so much for joining us, and unfortunately we have to talk about these topics, of course.
And we should do it every day.
Of course. Well, thank you, and we'll be right back after this break.